I fell asleep watching The Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Alanin,
I could talk a little bit about it. I mean, the thing about Rings of Power is I've gone full MST3K on Rings of Power. I watch it only to comment about it. But you know, it's weird, but this whole story, I just don't care. And I feel like I'm just going to be saying this week after week. I don't care what's going on, because it just is. It's just such a badly written and badly conceived television show. But I will say, episode 6, objectively, is probably the best episode of the series. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're blending 2 storylines together, and that's where this episode stayed. It's with these 2 storylines. It didn't pop around a whole lot. Finally, the Numenorians have made it to Southland. I don't care about the show so much. I don't care about getting lands right or people's characters right. So bear with me. Yeah. So the reason I like this one better is there's a lot more action in it and a lot less talking. But even then, it feels like, there's a war going on. The orcs are coming in and invading. And so the people have to prepare for battle. And during this preparation, they say encouraging things to one another. Then the battle happens, they win. And then they look at each other and say, hey, you're great. And then the other person will say, no, you're great. And this is just kind of the thing that's going on through this series. It's just moments for people to get together and talk like they're Shakespeare. And they're doing a horrible job at it. Yeah, let me just bring up a couple things here. I'm gonna pull up a screenshot here. Oh no, they won't even let me do it. Okay, yeah, it's I don't know. Okay, so there's a scene where Aradir, and Bronwyn are together. He has to hide whatever that object is, the half sword, and this is where you go full MST3K because he's holding up this half a sword, and he's saying, she asks him, where will you hide it? And then he responds, no one must know. And then he says, not even you. And so guess where he's going to hide it? He's going to hide it up his butt.
Are you joking?
No, but that's the thing I'm thinking. And I have to believe that everyone who saw that scene were thinking the exact same thing. He's going to hide that thing up his butt. There's a part where Galadriel and Halbrand are, he's about to kill a deer, Adar. Again, I don't care how to pronounce these names. So he's about to kill him out of revenge. And she utters the words, one cannot satisfy thirst by drinking seawater. Now, I get it. He's thirsty for revenge. But this whole thing of you can't satisfy thirst by drinking seawater, it's just one of those things where she says it. And I'm sitting there going, so what does seawater have to do with this? Where again, these writers, they're just trying, they're being pretentious. They're just trying to make normal conversation sound Shakespearean, and they're failing miserably. Okay, I'll just go down 2 more things and then we'll be done with this. Twice in the show, the show lacks creativity. Twice in the show, lead characters are engaged in hand-to-hand combat. The lead character is about to die, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the villain is killed, and then there's another lead character standing over, having killed the person, and then they give themselves a look of, hey, thanks, well done. That happened twice, which means they can't come up with new ways of killing or of killing villains or creative ways of having just basic combat. Then the last thing I'll mention is there's a horse chase. Galadriel is chasing Adar, and then Halbrand comes out. He grabs a spear, he holds it out, and then the horse trips over the spear. And then, of course, they cut to a scene where the horse then gets up and walks away. Again, a very tropey thing. I don't know. I hate the series. I hate the series so much.
Alan,
I'm upset that you are not watching the series. I have to go.
No, I am watching it. I fall asleep every single time I watch it. I nearly fell asleep listening to your review.
Oh my god! I mean, it's just
you know what you know what it is. It's like a soap opera, a badly written soap opera in the world of Tolkien, but not true to Tolkien. And it's I don't like the soap opera aspects. I did find, this episode, what I saw of it, to be at least like they got rid of the Harfoots and the dwarves, like the subplots that are going nowhere. Yeah, but I don't, I can see kind of where it's going, but I'm just because we're 6 episodes in. I mean, when you look at like shows like Breaking Bad may have had one of the best, if not the best, first episodes of a show. Best first episode where you're like, oh my God, like I'm all in. You meet his family. You see what a miserable life he has. You see him so emasculated in his life, whether it's at school or at home. His son is literally has a physical disability, and kids bully him. He's working a job at a freaking car wash on the side because, being a science teacher at a high school doesn't pay the bills. It has one of my favorite lines. It's his birthday. I believe it starts as his 50th birthday. And his wife serves him breakfast. And it's this like sort of fake bacon. And his son takes a bite of the bacon and says, "This bacon tastes like Band-Aids." Such a great line from Breaking Bad. But what I'm saying is there are memorable things. There's nothing to me in the Rings of Power that I've seen so far that has been memorable or relatable, or like it really to me feels like at every level inexperience, not with the production so much, but everything from last week, that fight with Galadriel.
Oh my God, that
fight. And there's a very good video I recommend, Shadiversity. This guy Shad, he's in the UK, and his whole channel is talking about weaponry from a former era. And he dissected that scene. It's like a 1-hour video just about that scene, talking about how ridiculous it was. So, I'm glad you're watching it. I don't even know why we're still talking about it. Like, I think are we almost over? Are we almost? I think there are 2 more episodes.
I'm seriously, you need to watch an episode before this show. And
I tried to last night, and I saw a little bit of it, and I was just like, all right, fell asleep.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I caught it at like 9 in the evening, so I think they're releasing them a little bit early.